Ladies and mostly gentlemen, I can't believe that I'm actually saying this, but we fucking did it. After years of ups and downs of the legacy movement, we can finally say that Blizzard have listened and recently announced the inclusion of classic servers to World of Warcraft. Although they gave no time frame or much information about it, I think the announcement is enough to get people excited for the game like never before. Something that people haven't really said much about is the effect that this has had across current vanilla private servers. Most of you already know all about Nostarius and the history with that, but there are a ton of other vanilla servers that run to this day, and obviously this announcement is going to make a massive impact on them. In this video, we're going to go over a few statements that have been made by these big servers since the announcement and discuss what this means for not only vanilla servers, but private servers in general. Okay, so let's start off with the biggest one of the lot. Nostarius. Nostarius was a large vanilla server that operated from 2015 to early 2016. It was shut down due to a C&D letter from Blizzard, and then a load of other stuff happened that I'm sure you already know, and would be here all week if I gave you the full rundown. So the initial reaction was from their Twitter, and they quote retweeted the announcement, saying, "This is amazing, WoW Vanilla is coming back, huge thanks to the community, you did it." Then on November 8th, the two admins Damon and Viper made a statement about the announcement on the forums. The TLDR of this announcement basically is, they talked about Blizzard announcing WoW Classic at BlizzCon. They say that they're so excited and want to say thank you once again for everyone being a part of this incredible journey, and they said they wrote history together. They're pleased that they'll provide a stable realm run by passionate people to help unify the World of Warcraft community. They go on to say after 13 years, we now have to wait a little bit longer before we can go back home in vanilla, since a huge effort will be needed from our understanding. We'll continue to make ourselves available with the experience we've gathered so far, should we be able to help to make this a reality. They acknowledge that Blizzard stated that they'll be running WoW Classic regardless of its success and with a separate team, and that's excellent news for the whole WoW community. They say that Nostarius as a legacy server was only one of the steps towards this goal, and that we hope that this name won't be used by other private servers anymore, as Nostarius' goal is now completely achieved. They finish by saying, "Thanks Blizzard for bringing this part of your community back home. We're happy to see that J. Allen Brack himself finally pushed the button, the right person, the right funny speech, and Chromie as cute as ever." And then finally they thank Mike Morheim and the WoW team for listening. Beyond that, I had a look through some key staff members' reactions, and this is what I found. So Nano replied to the announcement video on Reddit saying, "Beyond excited and humbled if our work led to this decision at all. Thanks to the whole community who's participated in the legacy movement with us." There are also a few other statements from the admin team and other staff members saying how happy they were with the announcement, and that some of them actually cried about it, which really shows how passionate these guys are about vanilla WoW, and I couldn't be happier for them. So next up is Elysium. From the ashes of Nostarius came Elysium, a vanilla private server that used the same character database as Nostarius a couple months after it went down. Obviously there's a ton more to the story of Elysium and where it is now, but that's not relevant to the video. So after the announcement they posted their statement on their forums, and the TLDR of this statement is, they are happy about the announcement, and they say their server's goal was to show Blizzard that legacy servers are worth the investment, and people were wondering what this means for the future of Elysium. They go on to talk about their fresh new realm, which has just launched, called Nighthaven, and that the decision to launch this server has not changed. They say that Blizzard will take a long time to prepare these servers, and it's speculated that it will take at least a year. They continue by saying that Nighthaven will be fully progressed through vanilla within a year, and that players should use their server as a training ground for vanilla to prepare for the official Blizzard launch. They then say that logic suggests that Blizzard will be launching vanilla first, with no current mention of TPC, but they assume this will come once the vanilla has run its course. They then say that once their new server is fully progressed, they will be transitioning into TBC, as they've previously stated, as then vanilla players will be able to practice, prepare, and enjoy TBC ahead of the competition. They finish by saying they are happy to hear that Blizzard has made the right decision and will continue to provide whatever services the community desires should Blizzard not meet expectations. So that's pretty much what we've heard from Elysium, as after this post they obviously just went back to hyping and launching their new fresh server. I think it's a nice statement, but the ending does seem a bit odd. It seems like it's a bit of a hint at the fact that they will continue to run a vanilla realm if Blizzard screw it up, which is understandable I suppose. There's a lot of discussion to be had on Blizzard's part on how they want to handle these realms and what they might or might not add into them. So now on to Light's Hope. Light's Hope is a carbon copy of the Elysian servers, but with less of the shadiness apparently. Their words, not mine. I'm kind of in the dark about the whole situation, but what I can gather, it's a lot of the former members of Elysium, but none of the controversial ones. Either way, it's kind of irrelevant. All you gotta know is that they're currently the biggest active vanilla server, so once the announcement hit, they made a small statement on their forums saying this: "Dear Light's Hope community, we hope the community is delighted as we are with Blizzard's announcement of the upcoming legacy servers. In light of this announcement, we'd like to make a brief statement on the intent of the project's future. In short, if Blizzard is offering a genuine, progressive, classic experience falls within the scope of what we as a team have been working to achieve, we intend to progress the timelines as necessary to allow our players to finish their experience on Light's Hope and to eventually shut the servers down at the time of the official launch. Before we close our realms, we will allow players to download a cryptographically signed copy of their character data if they wish to continue their journey on another project. Up until that happens, we will continue to serve the community with bated breath and crossed fingers. So unlike Elysium and our next server that we're going to look at, the Light's Hope team have decided to shut down their servers once the official Blizzard realms launch, but they will be allowing players a chance to take their character data with them if they wanted to move their character onto another vanilla realm, which is an honourable move on their part, as there will be a group of players who will either refuse to play the Blizzard servers or will be unable to afford them. Okay, so the next server we're going to look at is Chronos. Wow, so Chronos is a vanilla private server that's been a part of a group of servers called Twinstar and launched on March 28th, 2015. Since that date, they've launched another server called Chronos 2, and that has since merged with the original server, leaving only one Chronos server as of this video. So Chronos is a weird one. They released their first news post since the announcement on November 7th. They talk about Nax being cleared on the realm, and then they announced that they are launching a new fresh vanilla realm called Chronos 3 in late Q1 or early Q2 of 2018. They then go on to announce that they have started work on Chronos TBC and give some details about that. But throughout the whole post, there's not a single mention of the classic announcement. Nothing on their Twitter or on Facebook either. So for Chronos, I really don't know how they feel about the whole situation. And from the looks of it, it looks like Chronos is here to stay. As they stated, their fresh vanilla server will have a 15 to 18th month content release timeline. But I guess we'll have to wait and see if Chronos do make a statement about it, or if they're just going to go silent on the situation and continue as usual. Only time will tell. Right, so now on to the PTE project, also known as a Progress Through the Expansions project, called Cressville. I actually had no idea this was still a thing, but apparently it is. Anyway, they released a small statement on their forums, and the TLDR of this is: still working on Cressville. They're creating this realm as a hobby they have so they can learn new things, and the announcement doesn't change that, and they're going to continue to do it. He then goes on to say he had 300 days /played in retail vanilla and has no interest in going back and playing it again. His main interest is in the development side. He then says that maybe Classic will be what everyone was hoping for, but doubts they will do it correctly, and even if they do, it's a relief for them not having to worry about hosting tens of thousands of players, and it will help them focus make the realm they want to make without bothering from outside pressure. He then says they're limiting their progression to simply vanilla to Wrath, as none of them want to make a career out of it, and a few years is more than enough for them. Then at the bottom they finish with: so long story short, we're going to keep working away and doing our thing our way. So much like Chronos, they will continue creating and managing a progressive realm. They don't have any date of release yet, but I would imagine they will launch before the Blizzard realms do. And finally, let's talk about a lesser known vanilla project known as Vanilla Gaming. They are a variable rate vanilla realm, and they posted a short statement on their forum saying this: hello, just a short statement from the Vanilla Gaming staff regarding the recent announcement. No matter how authentic Blizzard's WoW Classic will be, as long as there is at least one person playing Vanilla Gaming, we will never shut down. Vanilla Gaming will continue to serve the original 1.12.1 client and vanilla experience with dedication to the utmost and likeness without modernization. So I guess when the Blizzard realms launch, we'll probably only have like Vanilla Gaming, Chronos, and Cressville will be the realms that will be around. Will they be around? Who knows? I guess we'll probably find out in 2020 when they finally launch. So that's pretty much it from me, guys. I think once the classic realms launch, and if Blizzard do pull it off and give us a genuine version of vanilla, the servers that are still running at that point come under the banner similar to a Legion server, where they are emulating something which is currently available in an official form. And that crosses some moral boundaries in my opinion. But let me know what you personally think these vanilla servers should do with themselves since the announcement, and if you agree with some of the statements that have come out with, and if you think it's okay for vanilla servers to exist while the classic realms are live. I'd love to know what you guys have to say. So before I go, I'd like to give a massive thank you to my patrons and YouTube sponsors. You guys are amazing. If you're interested in supporting the channel in that way, links are down below. So leave a like on this video if you liked it, guys, and subscribe if you haven't. And with that, I'll see you next time.